Dance versus the obstacles of life. Fight! Wins.
I brought that with me. Case they get too iffy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming, and they know what we had. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. With a boy, I'm so seen. Ain't worried about long as my money and my green. Baby, I ain't got work tomorrow. Tell me what the business is. Ain't about no club hop. I'm trying to start some businesses. Shorty, you thought it was, they better know it's not that. Talking all that online, they knowing that it's not fact. Sliding through my hood, I make maneuvers like a Uber, baby. Got a 10-year plan, these can't tell what they doing lately. And I'm way too clean, I'm Listerine, I thought they been knew it. All in my lungs, I got my red cup full of that Henny fluid. Young middle Mad Mac, I'm swinging that leg, I'm banging that do or die. And I ain't that Lily before I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, this place in my family tree. How the they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, know my shawty thick as human air. And I need not mention no extensions, that's human hair. Boy, we grew in there. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. Told her no stress, no biggie. Baby, I'm just too jiggy. Better know I brought that with me. Case they get too iffy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming, and they know what we had. Be that left side, low end.
Welcome to the MALEROOM show. What up, though? Yo, your boy Tay Biz and Chef. Time to introduce the crew, though. So, I'm gonna reverse the script a little bit. I'm gonna intro the main real quick. Yo, my boy JB the Gent. Let's go. We got JB the Gent. Guess he's not ready yet. There you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a birthday boy in the building. We got a birthday boy in the building. Hello. What up, though?
What up, fellas? What up?
Let that beat drop.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
What's going on,
That's what I'm
fellas?
talking about, man.
What's cracking, man? What's
Boys
cracking?
getting
What's cracking?
crazy with these intros, man.
What's
I'm
up,
feeling
man?
famous. I'm
Hey.
feeling famous.
I'm gonna introduce you. If I ain't gonna do nothing else, I'm gonna introduce you, man. Shout out to my guy. First of all, Rollo the Don birthday. Happy birthday, Rollo.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Miss Smiley in the building saying good evening, everyone. Happy birthday to Rob.
Yeah, it's not a D.
In there for you.
It's not.
I guess
It's not.
we know what she's talking
You know
about.
what
We
I'm
know what
saying?
she's talking about, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not raw. It's not raw, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Miss Smiley.
Yo, man, what's good with you, man? How was your birthday, man?
Man, we turned up last night. I'm glad I made it here. I'm glad I made it to the show today. I'll tell you that. But we definitely turned up. Shout out to JB. JB was in the building, of course. Busy. I know you was there. I know you was there in spirit, man. So everybody that came out to the festivities last night, man. All the mail carriers that wished me happy birthday.
Yeah.
I appreciate and love y'all so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yup.
For sure. Let's get
Yeah.
it. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Rod. Your name is Rod today. You need to change your name. Rod.
Hold on. I'm supposed to be hungover, but I think our viewers are hungover today. Like, why is everybody calling me Rod?
That is hilarious, though, man. But shout out.
Why is
What up with you, JBZ Jank, man? What's going on with you, my boy?
Hey, I'm here, man. I'm blessed to be here, dog. Glad we can do another session like this, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
So
It's all
glad,
love.
man.
Birthday again. You getting the birthday love, my boy?
Thank you, Miss Shantae Armstrong. I appreciate it. Thank you. Sabrina said yes. I am.
Yeah, I'm over it right now. Yo,
He said
man,
yes.
so, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the MALEROOM show once again. Yo, my boy Rollo, it's his birthday. He gonna take a little day off. You feel me?
I get to take a day off today.
Take a little day off.
Not
I'm
completely.
chilling.
You still need to talk. But
I still need to talk. But other than that, yeah.
But
Other than that, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
So your boy Tape is gonna moderate for the day.
Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what we're talking about.
Let's go.
So that means
it's about to be a long day, you know.
So that means we all had the trial of moderating now. So,
hey man, we've all
done it. We've all done it.
This is my first time moderating on the MALEROOM show. So shout out to the fellas for trusting your boy with the flow of the show. You dig what I'm saying?
You know what it is.
Yeah, you got the button, so we couldn't help it.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. But before we get started, man, you know how we do, man. We're gonna come with a little bit of funny real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Look here. Your boy Steve Harvey, man, he forgot where he was at, dog. And he was in Africa. And this was hilarious, man. I'm gonna put it on the big screen, dog. Check this out.
Thing that could happen at a wedding.
There is no pasta.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
The pasta is not there.
I just told y'all, look, at a wedding, you don't have food at the wedding. There's no food at the wedding.
How do I put this?
Preacher.
Like a preacher.
Oh, the preacher. Oh.
You already said pasta.
He said there is no pasta.
That's Steve Harvey.
That dude be out of there, bro.
He said
he was mad serious. Like there's no food.
Mad serious, dog. He was after it, dog. He was mad serious. Like, yo, you don't know how they roll, do you? You don't know how they roll.
He be out of there, dog.
Yo, he was out of there, man. But shout out again, man, to everybody, the mail carriers that's watching the show real quick, man. We appreciate you one more time for the one time. Let's get it in. Yo, fellas, it's time to get the show started, man.
Let's go.
It's time to get the show started, man. But before we do, you know how we do. We always salute, right?
Yeah.
So it's my time to say, as we
embark
on another round table that has turned into the mail room, let us never forget the foundation that is our Trinity.
Salud.
That's what's up, man. Salud.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that was well played, sir.
Appreciate it, dog. Appreciate it, dog. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We about to get started. Me. Figaro. No. So, man, we about to get.
I didn't want to Rob's moves. That wasn't supposed to be like that.
Yeah, what fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, please thank you so much for coming into the Mailroom Show. We do have a poll question up. It's pinned to the chat. So when you get a chance, please go ahead and dive in on that. We definitely curious about what you think. All right. So let's get into it. The first topic of the day. We're gonna get into it real quick, man. First topic is being done with dating a justified feeling, or is it a personal deflection? Being done with dating a justified feeling, or is it a personal deflection? Now, just to bring a little context, you know, the justified feeling would be an intentional. If you were dating with intention, right? Being intentional, you was giving it a good shot, fair shot. You know what I'm saying? You was being patient with it. You was doing everything you needed to do, and then it just didn't work out. Now, the personal deflection would be the opposite of that. Would be where you just made some bad choices based on what your desires was, or whatever the case may have been, and you got a little bit frustrated in the process. But it kind of made some bad choices in that, man. Are you trying to deflect the fact that there's something wrong with dating, or is it something wrong in the other areas? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off with the birthday boy. Let's get it in. Birthday boy, what you think? Birthday boy!
I
I got
think
in my school. No, I'm saying. Put them chains up the doors. The enemy is here. Enemy is here. I'm sorry. My bad.
I need you to answer this question, and I need you to do it expeditiously.
Question right now.
they used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman.
I got in my school running around.
Say it real quick. They used to call me Crazy Joe.
Now they call me Batman. I got hoodlums in my school running in the hallways being insubordinate. Go red. They get chains off the doors. The enemy is here. All right, we're trying to have a real discussion here.
All right. Let's get into it. This is my chair slipped. I got it. This is a deep question. First of all, I'm gonna say I think people's feelings, they're always going to find a way to justify them. Like everybody has their own perception of what. I think everybody has their own perception of what a justifiable feeling is. Because if they explain it to you, they're going to explain it in a way that they are justified. In terms of this question, I really think
Hold on, dog. Hey, dog.
This boy coming out the gate, dog. I'm gonna have to change. I gotta put a polo on. Let me get. Oh, I gotta put a polo on. This Negro here. I gotta put a shirt. I was comfortable. Damn, you about to be professional.
He said, "Let me put polo on." In terms of this,
Yo,
in terms of this question,
people will explain it in a certain way for them to justify themselves. That's
yeah,
that.
absolutely,
All right, go
absolutely.
ahead.
I think but in terms of this question, and I'm only going off when I hear women say this or when I hear men say this, it's a personal deflection because it's an emotional thing because you've been through the worst of the worst. You've had bad experience after bad experience, so you're gonna personally feel like you're done just based off what you've been through. But in reality, you're not done. You're not done. You're not done. You're done for the moment. Like nobody's ever gonna say I'm done dating. Come on now. Come on now. Nobody. I don't think everybody. I don't think anybody is going to stop. Just cut off people and cut off relationships and cut off meeting people and cut off building relationships and connections with people because of a few bad experiences. In that case, all three of us on this panel will be done.
Yeah,
All three of
done a
us
long time ago.
done a long time ago. So I really think it's a personal deflection. You can't. It's hard to justify. It's hard to justify it's hard to justify that feeling just based off a couple bad experiences, a few bad relationships. Yes, you can be done for a certain amount of time, I believe. Everybody can get that way. Everybody can feel that. But to say you're done dating, like, nah, that I don't think that's a justifiable feeling. I think it's all emotional. I think it's all built up aggression and anger that sparks at a particular moment, and then people they lash out and they say that they lash out and they put that on people as if they just been through the worst of the worst their whole life and they just done it. So I can't justify it. It's definitely a personal deflection.
Do you think, Rob, this for you? Do you think that when people do explain their experience, they do their best to project instead of actually uh, come from a place of accountability in that?
Yeah, yeah, for the most part. But then again, it depends on what headspace they're in when they're explaining it.
Mm,
If they're still kind of dealing with it, emotions gonna be high. Overthinking is going to be high. So you're going to just you're going to explain it in a way that no accountability is taken because you and your feelings. So yeah,
okay, that's what's up, dog. That's dope right there, brother.
yeah.
That's good. JB the Gent, what do you think, bro?
Let's everybody, let's everybody think about this. Let's take a test.
Okay.
Since we talking about this, let's take a test. If you can think about your past relationships, right? Talking about the ones that's good, bad, and ugly. And if all of your past relationships, or let's just say the last three, I don't know if you were polyamorous of individual or whatnot, but let's just take the last three. If you can explain your last three relationships by saying their faults entirely, then it
Mm,
might be a personal deflection.
Mm.
mm,
It might be. Your last relationship. Just think about it. I just want everybody to think about it. Male character. I had to think about this.
mm-hmm,
If I'm like, okay, that my last one, she was like, okay, before that, old girl was, and then before that, oh, she was just. If I'm doing that, then it might be a personal deflection
Yeah. Yeah.
because those were personal choices I made to be with him.
mm-hmm,
I had to
Yep.
explain it to somebody recently. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
That might be not a and I love what Rob said about the justifiable feeling. I didn't even think in that avenue. That makes sense. I had to piggyback on that.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? People can make their personal deflections feel justified about why they're done with dating. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And that's all cool. We're emotional creatures, so I mean, that happened.
Hmm.
But if we want to brass tacks the situation, there was always something you could have did better. There's always something that you could have proved on. And if all of your short descriptions if you're dating the next person, and all of your short descriptions always talk about how the other person was a certain type of way and you wasn't, and you just playing victim to all of your situations, then it might be a personal deflection. I think that's all I gotta say about that. At least for right now.
Man. Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah, it turns into the blame game. And last time I checked, we're not in kindergarten no more. So it
Mm.
don't
Right.
it doesn't it don't it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? The blame
Mm.
game. We
Yeah,
too
because
we're a little too old for the blame game now.
Let me ask you. Let me.
season one was.
Okay, my bad.
I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say real quick. Season one was really about accountability and doing the work. If
Mm-hmm.
y'all want to agree with me, that was really
Yeah.
what we talked about last season.
Mm-hmm.
So this is based on that. If
Yeah.
somebody hasn't done the work,
Yeah.
they would deflect all day. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? If you can't just say, "Oh, I need to be better at this," or "I ain't the person that I think I am,"
Mm-hmm.
if you can be honest with yourself in the mirror, because you look in the mirror all the time,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that person has to reflect at least your thoughts too, not just the image of what you want.
Yeah.
The idea of your person have to be in the mirror too. So a lot of people looking at themselves thinking that they are, but they ain't.
Mm-hmm.
And then we arise into situations or relationships that don't work, and we want to blame the other person because we think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do the work within yourself. You got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be 100. Be 100 with yourself.
100.
Yeah.
I want to propose a question to you guys. So, the phrase "being done with dating." Do you all think that it's a compartmentalized phrase for an aspect of what someone is done with as far as dating?
It could be. I believe that.
You know,
Yeah.
I kind of thought about that because I think that a lot of times when a person says, "I'm done with dating," I don't think they're saying it in an extreme aspect. I think it's more based on a particular experience. And
Mhm.
so it's like they're done with whatever may happen. For instance, like if somebody dates often or whatever, or they're casually dating, and they come across people that most likely will like dine and ditch, or or stand them up, all that kind of stuff. Then they'd be like, you know what, I'm just done with dating. It's like they're done with that aspect of dating because that's their experience. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to see how you all feel about the compartmentalization of this phrase as far as like the aspect that they're experiencing in that dating.
Yeah, man,
Right.
definitely. That
Yeah.
people have triggers. You know what I mean? Like, as human beings, we have triggers. So, um, it could that you dating somebody or trying to build something with somebody, and that trigger gets set off, and you get into another situation. Same trigger gets set off. Oh, I'm done with dating.
Hmm.
This person chew too loud. I can't deal with it. I'm moving on to the next one. You know what I mean? This,
Oh,
this
they chew
person,
way
this
too
person
loud.
called.
That dentine? That
You know what I'm
dentine? Oh my
saying?
God.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This person texts me too much instead of calling me. I'm done. Moving on. I'm done with dating too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. And that's it. To
Yeah.
me, that's an extreme. To me, that's an extreme because you lying. You're not done with dating. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? What it sounds like to me is that you're mad that you don't make good decisions. So you'll
Facts.
say I'm done with dating to reverse engineer. I don't make good decisions, or I don't choose good partners. Because again,
Right.
it's about the outcome that you want. If you want, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a spouse, if you want your dating career to go to being
Career.
a spouse, it's a career for some. To being
It's
yes,
longevity for
longevity.
some.
They've been dating for 14, 15, 20, 30 years.
Yeah, it is for some.
They've been
should
dating for a long time.
should have a 401k while
But
we young.
if you want in a certain outcome, then if you're choosing people who don't want the same outcome that you want, then you've already wasted a portion of your time already, even though you can be casual. You
Hmm.
can be cordial. You could be, hey, like you interested in this person, they look nice or whatever aesthetically, or they came to you nice, or you think they're a nice person, you got a good vibe off of them, or whatever the case may be, however you want to have it. Even in that, there is a level of, okay, I are we on the same page even in this dating pool that we're in? Because the dating pool is saturated with people who have not worked on themselves. Can we agree with that?
I agree with
Oh,
that.
It's
definitely so.
saturated. And you hear it when they talk about their past, when they talk about certain ideas or thoughts that they have about certain things. certain type of ideologies that they may live by, it's like, yo, you're kind of like distant from what's really happening. You distant, the way you're thinking and what you want as an outcome is not matching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be married and have family and kids, but you also want to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like at some point you're gonna have to not work. At some point, it's especially if you're a woman. And then with men, it's like we have the ability, because we don't carry children biologically, we have the ability to work as long as we can. You know what I'm saying? We have the ability to not, we have the ability to not, have a gap in time where we have to, carry. So even on a biological level, men have the ability to work through type of pains or whatever the case may be. Because a man, a real man, he'll go to work with a one eye patched up. He got a crooked wrist, and he walking right into work like, okay, what you want me to do, boss? And his boss gonna be like, yo, get that one arm and carry that box over there. You know what I'm saying? Because we got work to do, right? And so we understand that. So my thing is that if you want a certain outcome, especially if you want to be married, then you don't date guys that don't want to be married. So you're already messing up. But because you
Mm-hmm.
like them, because you're attracted to them, because you want to have sex with them, let's be honest, let's be real, because you want to get your little thing off too, young lady, just like the young man want to, then you're playing a dangerous game, because you're hoping that if something good or sparks in between here, it'll change what he want as an outcome. But his outcome,
Mm-hmm.
what he wants, is going to remain the same. Same thing with a woman. If a woman don't want to be married to you, she don't like you, don't want to date you, then her outcome is going to be what it is. She don't want what you want. So you deal with women who want to be wives. And if they don't want to be wives,
Mm-hmm.
then it's okay. You have to move on. You can like her all you want. You can give her all the flowers, cards, and candy that you want, Usher. But she does not want to reciprocate to you the outcome that you want. So you got to be able to live with that. And I think a lot of people have saturated the dating pool without accepting that part of dating. There is an aspect of dating where you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to like somebody so much and you want that person to be on the same page and level as you, but they're not capable.
she's not there.
Right.
You know how to move on from that and actually get the outcome that you want? Because it may not come aesthetically the way you want. that preference and that preference topic we talked about last season, right? It
Mm-hmm.
may not come in the package. It may not come in the kind of package that you want, but inside the box is a beautiful thing, and you can have it if you can get past what it looks like on the outside. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So to me,
Absolutely.
that's a what you guys think about that?
No, I agree.
I agree with that.
I
I
definitely
agree
agree
with
with that,
that.
man.
Cool. All right.
I
Cool.
agree with
Cool.
that.
That's facts. A lot of people do look at the, you
My bad.
no, you. A lot of people do
I
look
tried
at
one. I'm like, okay, we're gonna move
the
on.
gift wrap or the packaging rather than the box
Yeah,
itself,
and then that's the
and
disappointment.
also, yeah,
Mhm.
and also people think their own gift wrapping is more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Than
Exactly.
factually what it
Right,
is. So I
exactly.
mean, I just have to say it brass
Yeah,
tacks. Like
man.
it just is what it is. Some
It,
people
some,
pedestalize themselves, and you
yeah,
not who you. You know,
yes, that's right.
one thing that I've learned, man, you can't ask for what you're not doing.
Yes.
You
I
can't
don't get
ask for
how
what you're not doing.
I do not get how people do that. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
Hmm.
you
Like
can't ask for that, man.
I've seen people do that. I don't get it.
Yeah,
How
and immediately get upset when
Yeah,
somebody contrasts that situation. Like, I want somebody with this, that, and the other. Well, I want somebody with this, that, and the other.
yeah.
And
yeah.
then you like that's when you get the take me as I am conversation.
Hmm. Because again, you said
See,
the key thing,
it just don't fit.
they pedestalize themselves already. So whatever you think you could tell them, you ain't gonna be able to. They already put themselves
Right.
up there. Whoever, man or woman, they already put themselves up there. Like, I'm a cream of the crop, so you got to
Right.
come at my level, but your level is not even that high either. So like at the end of the day, what we really
This is
doing?
a good side point, man. This is why people need true friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why people need true family and friends.
Mhm.
Like true people in your corner that know you and you know what I'm saying, appreciate you and love you for the person that you are.
Yeah.
Because that person should have the ability to check you and let you know that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to accept that too. As on that individual as well, you should be able to accept that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that'll balance it
And they
out.
should,
If you in your own
yep,
thoughts about your thing, thinking your way, your time, all the time, you don't see
yep.
other avenues and angles. You
And they should be able to
just
do
don't
it
see
without
it
it.
that other people might see it.
Yep, and they should be able to do it
Yeah.
without reprimand from either side. It should be no reprimand from either side.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Nope.
because
Also,
sometimes that
yeah,
conversation might come off, what I'm saying, not as pleasing as you think, but it'd be out of
yeah,
care and love. So it's like you need those type of people. You need outsiders to take a look sometimes. That's why people need
yep.
friends.
The
If you ain't
three,
got no
the three,
friends, then it's gonna be hard for you to see
it's
the
gonna
other
be
perspective.
difficult.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, male carriers, the three men on this panel, we hold each other accountable so much, and we've had some uncomfortable conversations, but it was extremely warranted and it was extremely valid,
Yeah, and it was love.
and it was love at the
Right,
end of the day.
Yep.
right.
Sure.
It was love at the end of the day. That's what it's about.
Sure, man. All right, man. Well, that's hey.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go, man. That's what's up. Yo, man. I share the sentiments with you guys, man. That was a good dialogue right there, bro.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on, but before
Yeah.
we do have a Q&A portion of the show towards the end of the show. So if you got your questions, it could be about anything. It could be about what we're talking about today, or it could be about just a question that you have for the panel, and you just want to get a man's perspective on something. We're gonna keep it a being with you all day long. So go ahead and put your question in the chat, and we'll go ahead and save it for later after we go through our feature topic. And then also, if you want to hop in on the fire, as my boy Rollo would say if he was moderating, hop in on this fire. There will be a link. It will be a link for you to hop in on this fire.
Hop on in this file with us.
In this fire. You know what I mean? So we got that going on, man. We'll appreciate it.
Trademark
And we're
statement.
gonna move on, fellas.
Let's
All
go.
right. Our next topic. It's gonna be a good one, yo. It's gonna be a good one. Hey,
Trademark.
watch out, David Copperfield. I'm gonna make a 400-pound man disappear forever. This
Forever. Forever.
Oh my baby servant. Oh my servant. Look, Sherman is gone. Okay. Can the concept of updating your resume be applied to life and relationships?
Woo! Who came up with that? Was that us?
I
Was
don't
that
know who
us?
came up with that, man. Yeah, I
Was
don't know
that
who
us?
came up with that. it was somewhere in this tripod somewhere. I don't know who came up with
Somebody in
that.
this, somebody in this triangular setting here.
Right.
Yo,
Damn, that's a
um,
good question.
so can and ladies and gentlemen, if you want to chime in the chat, please do so. Can the concept, think about the concept of updating your resume, can it be applied? Can that concept be applied to life and relationships? And JB the Gent, I'm gonna go ahead and hand the ball off over to you so you can run it from the line of scrimmage, dog. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes. Affirmative. However you want to take it. Yes, it can be. If you think about the concept of updating your resume, you always want to look good on paper.
Mm.
Your
Absolutely.
stats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you have accomplished, you know what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying, you deemed important to you, what you dedicated yourself to, what you want to apply, you know what I'm saying? What you want to say off as an application to whatever you doing as a project. Yes, it definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about stat pad neither.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about true devotion and dedication to certain aspects of your life. Yes, I think it can be. You know what I'm saying? Like this concept is so unique though. You know what I'm saying? When we came up talking in the meeting, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do this one. Yes, because it's unique though. If nobody ever thought about it like that. And I haven't. I had to be honest. I never thought about it like that. Updating your resume according to life and relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know one thing that you do, you know what I'm saying, as far as your resume, you kind of leave out stuff that is not necessarily what's needed for the situation itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people tend to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about taking that talent and moving over to life and relationships, but that's just a thing that's been done. You know what I'm saying? So don't get the big head off the whole thing. We're just talking about the fact of achievements
Mm-hmm.
and certain dedications that you have with yourself. Like, I became to be a better listener. I became to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff that's self-achieving. You know what I'm saying? And you want to actually update yourself after every relationship or experience or chapter in your life.
Yep.
I think that should be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think
Mm-hmm.
it should be a concept that people should take on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that, because you think about the update the resume concept, you have to literally think about. First thing you got to do is think about your past experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about your past experience and in detail explain your past experience to an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you have to have a bad. Sometimes these are bad experiences. Sometimes they didn't end great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what out of you was productive and positive about that experience? See, this is where the work needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why you need to dedicate time for yourself to understand what your flaws were at the time of these chapters and experiences. So you can write, you know what I'm saying, a certain thing about what was positive about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we some good interview givers.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about men. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
talking about these boys. I'm talking about men. Real men and real women are some good interview givers. So they're gonna be like, so what happened in your life? I'm privy to this. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? So was there anything that you could have done to change that outcome?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's vetting. You know what I'm saying? That's true vetting.
Yeah.
If you get up to a person that's truly vetting you,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to be like, because you ain't gonna be like, oh, I just didn't like that person at my last job. You don't say that on an interview, right?
Yeah.
See, that's why that concept is so unique.
Yeah.
So taking those aspects and thinking about it and transferring it into the psychological understanding of life and relationships
Mm-hmm.
is a wonderful thing. I think, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it completely should be a concept that should be added and used.
That's what's up, dog. That's definitely what's up, man. I like that, dog. Let me ask you a question, Jay. What do you on a resume? What would you say on a resume is the most important thing that a person who is trying to hire you? What would you say on a resume is the most important or the most impressive thing about a person when they're looking to be a part of your company? When
First
you
of all,
trying to get started?
consistency.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Consistency. Out of the course of your, you know what I'm saying? Out of course, like I have a career in IT. So I want to have a consistent resume
Yeah.
in IT. If I have, you know what I'm saying, Best Buy and then a fast food restaurant right after it, and then I was lawn gardening after that, and then I was, you know what I mean?
Then you
And
drop
then
a
I'm
truck.
coming to you trying to come back into IT.
Uh,
It's going to be like, oh, okay, because the other people are dedicated to IT next to you.
mm-hmm.
So you want consistency and the ability to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your way ain't always the way that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Every company is different in their manifestation, the way they do things. That's like every person is.
Mm-hmm.
So the ability to adapt, people like, well, you know, I'm not really that efficient in this, but I'm willing to understand the way y'all do it according to that because I am a quick learner.
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Once I pick it up real fast, so you don't have to worry about that. I am deficient in that. But you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a person that's, you know what I'm saying, in a certain aspect in your life that you're not directly connected to. But it's not a bad thing. You're just not directly connected to it. You should have the ability to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm deficient in, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I'm willing to understand that based on where I'm trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My
So,
man,
you know,
dog.
Fire.
What's up, dog? Hey, that's
Fire.
fire right there, man. What you think, Rollo? What you think, man?
Fire. Man, it's not much to, yeah, it's not much to say after that. I agree with everything, man. And in life, let's take the resume. A resume is a list of experiences you have had, and hopefully each experience you have had has will get you to the ultimate goal of where you want to be, what you want to do. So The same go with life, man. Everything you go through, you should want to take something from it and add it to yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
want to add it to how you move. You want to add it to how you date. You want to add it to your relationships. You want to add it to how you live your life. You want to add it to how you interact with your family and friends. You want to add it to everything. So it definitely, but it's the key is making sure you do it. The key is making sure. So like you on a resume, you might have had a job and you forgot to update it. So you apply somewhere else. You dang, I should have put that experience on there. Nobody can see it because it's not there. You know
Right.
what I mean? If
Right.
you know what I mean, in life, damn, I'm really tired of walking outside my door and hitting my head at the top on the top of my walking outside my door and hitting my head. So let me make sure I walk a little bit slower. So now I'm good. I have succeeded in not making that mistake no more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to apply everything and you can't forget nothing, good or bad, good or bad,
Yeah.
good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely love this concept of the updating your resume, applying it to your life because the key is to always get better every day. Like when I pray in the morning, I pray that I'm just better today than I was yesterday. I'm adding I'm adding on to my energy from yesterday and trying to make it better. Okay, whatever I
Mm-hmm.
did yesterday, whatever I did yesterday, let me remember it, put it in my mental, and apply it today.
Yeah.
Life,
Right. Right.
relationships, all of that.
Mhm.
You know
Think
what I'm
about.
saying?
I love this, man. Like I really love this concept. This concept. Think because we
This
could
is
just talk
dope.
about a resume, and I hope it kicks
Yeah.
in. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just talk about a resume. You'd be like, never thought
Yeah.
about that. I'm sitting there thinking when Rob was talking. I agree with you, Rob, the whole time. But think about the copy, the actual resume. You know what I'm saying? It has your. It's supposed to. This is back in my day. Back in my day. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say back in my day. I don't know how they do it now. But back in my day, man, they had your information first.
Yeah.
You had to explain who you were first, right? Then there was an objective statement.
Mm-hmm.
What is your goal?
What is what?
Yeah,
What's the
Straight
whole
off the
point?
top.
yeah.
Off the top of the
Oh my
resume.
God,
What
what you
is your
want?
goal?
What do you want?
What do you want? If you don't know what you want, there's no reason for the interview.
No reason.
There's no reason to continue if you don't know what you want. So the objective statement was to do something for
Yep.
you. It wasn't even for the job. It was for you.
Yeah.
The objective statement was.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got the body of it,
Mm-hmm.
which is your experience and your education.
Mm-hmm.
Your experience we already talked about. Then you got the education to back up
Mm-hmm.
the experience.
Yep.
You got to list both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then again, it could be on, because when you have that justice scale of each another, it will show. If you have a lot of education and no experience,
Mm-hmm.
that'll show. If you
Yeah.
have a lot of experience but no
It
education,
will show.
that'll show too.
Yes, it will.
Just think about how that applies to relationships in life.
Mm-hmm.
Always,
Then
always.
the last thing, dog. This is the last. Then the last thing they hit me with is like make sure I'm talking, because back in the day, again, like I don't know, in my K through 12, man, and they was teaching me this, man. They taught you how to do this. They sat you down and taught you how to do this, right?
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is references,
Yep.
because somebody prove who you are.
Yeah.
Somebody back that
Now,
up.
if you ain't got no internal circle that'll be like you, that person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then there's no reason for me to believe everything you're listing.
Facts.
Oh.
Facts.
If I can go to somebody next to you and they saying something totally opposite of what you got on this chart,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. Then I'm
Man.
gonna start asking more questions in the interview.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, real men and women are great interview givers. Because they've been
Hmm.
through it, they know what they want, and they know what questions to ask to probe. Remember the probing questions,
Yeah.
right? That's in the interview. Probing questions. They're gonna probe to find out if you fit. So that's the vetting process we just talked about.
Yes, sir.
If you fit what I'm doing right here. So you're applying to me. This is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've done the work on myself. I took time out years and I've done the work on myself. So I try my best to keep humility, but then again, I got a little personalized to myself because I know who I am. and I know what I bring.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be that type of person. But so I'm probing. I automatically take the interview site anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if I introduce him, like, oh, okay, we go ahead and introduce each other, meet each other at a place. It's all great and gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is nice. You know, it's okay, cool. All right. You applied. All right, cool. So then I'm going to go ahead and be like, all right, so we're going to talk on the phone. I'm going to get a brief synopsis of you. Ain't that what we do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get a brief synopsis of you. I'm going to get this introduction on this, what's your favorite color and all the other bull. I'm going to get this out the way. And then I'm going to take you on an interview, which is the initial date, right? Now, you got to pass the phone part to get to the interview.
Yeah, man. You breaking it down, dog.
Because you know, I'm sorry, you got me going now,
Let's
bro.
go, dog. Let's go.
Because you
really got me going.
You know,
Yeah, really got me going.
because you know you can fake the phone interview. And it'll be realistic when we sitting there one-on-one and I get the chance to watch what you saying and see your body language and all that type of stuff. This is what people do in interviews. Like, literally, that's real talk.
Facts.
They start really listening and watching to see if you lying. They remember everything that you said before and probably re-ask you a couple of questions just to make sure you're consistent. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they do. This is what I'm literally applied this, right? So if I don't like you on the phone, I'm not going out with you. So if I'm going out with you, that means you passed the phone part. So I passed the phone part in the first date. This is why you see how the interview go. The company's experience with we are this, and this is what we do, and this is what we're about, and this is what we do. I'm gonna give you some background on what we do. Blah 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 blah. Hit that out. They do all that type of stuff, and then they attack you. All right. So why you feel about that? This is the position. How you feel about it? All right. So let's go a little deeper into it. I see here that you had experience in this. Tell me about that. See, I'm like that. What you do in your past relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did like
he definitely does that.
How did, you know, these are my boys. They know. Like, how did what you doing? How did that end up?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could have changed anything for the better? You know what I'm saying? Or you think that was a total wrap? Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Ask me any question. I'm an open book, just like the company is an open book. We ask any question that you ask, whatever you want. That's what they say. Ask whatever you want. But I'm watching all that. So by the time of the interview, you might get another one. Mm-hmm. But then again, you might get that phone call like, well, I'm straight. Mm-hmm. So it applies.
Yeah.
It applies to the fullest.
It does.
So I'm going to be transparent, right? So, all right, this question, I'm going to be honest with you, where it came from. It came from, I was watching Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless talk about Cam Newton and how Cam Newton was calling all these other quarterbacks randoms, but Cam Newton ain't
played for like 5 years.
He ain't been popping since like 2016.
Yeah.
What the year he won the MVP?
15, 16. Yeah.
So
right.
Shannon Sharp was like, "You got to update your resume. You got to update Skip. Okay, let's say for the argument, Skip.
Right.
That Cam Newton was playing for the coach. What are you gonna do with the coach? What are you gonna do? I haven't seen you play." And you know what I'm saying? He was really getting into it. But when he said it, it was like a light bulb came on. Like, yo, you can apply that concept to life and relationships, really, because especially when you're out here in the dating market and you're dating with intention, you can utilize this concept. Another thing that's on the resume that's on there is skills and achievements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
accreditations.
The skills part is very, very important because based on your skill set, does it fit the description of what it is that I need?
Right. That's deep, man.
Does it?
That's deep.
Do you fit what I need?
That is real.
If a man, and this is for men that are listening, this is for men who are actually being intentional and they want wives. Okay. She is made to be your helpmeet. If whatever she has that doesn't fit you, don't try to force it. Don't try to force it, because what's going to happen is if you try to force that, you're not gonna satisfy her in the long game. You're not gonna be able to satisfy because you try to force fit. This is what a lot of times when the companies are desperate, they have no one else. They just need to hire somebody. They just need to put a body in the seat. They'll hire anybody, and then they have an expectation, but they don't have the skill set.
Yeah, like they're gonna carry out the
You
responsibility.
don't think they're not gonna be able to carry out the task before them.
Nope.
Right.
So if they're not gonna be able to carry out the task, and then you have them for like 30 days, be like, you know what, I gotta get rid of this person because you picked the wrong person.
Yeah,
That's where picking the wrong person coming to play.
That's that coworker. Like he be talking in the break room. Like, who's the new guy?
Who's the new dude,
John.
right?
John don't know a damn thing about this job.
I'm training him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm training
him, helping us.
Right.
No, you got to come in. And if a person is not coming in with the goods already, especially what it is, whatever it is that you need, then don't try to force feed that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be an organic fit. It has to be a natural fit. You know what I'm saying? If you have one of the things that I know a lot of people look at is how long were you in your career, like Jay said, and how long were you at that particular place?
Right.
You were there for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and they never promoted you or whatever, and you're looking for a better opportunity. Okay, I understand that. That lets me know you're on time, you do your business, you handle your business, right? But if you went the same year you get fired when you get hired, it's like, what happened to you? Dang, homie.
07, 08, I was at
in high school, you was
08,
a man,
09,
homie.
I was at
You know what I'm saying?
in 09 and 010, I was at
like January 2020, March 2020.
Damn, homie.
FedEx. And then April 2020 to August 2020, I was at UPS. And then, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like at some point, you gotta be where you have no stability.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? You have no stability, and so can't nobody trust that. So you have to update your resume, update what it is. You have to update what it is that you've learned. And every resume, you update what you've learned. You know what I'm saying? I recently updated my resume because I've learned stuff. I've been not only have I been admin, not only have I been system admin, I've been a network admin. I've done server maintenance. I've done TCP/IP IP address assignments. Like I've done certain things that my skill set is going up. So now I'm able to ask for what I want because I know what I want.
Yep.
Right.
If you
and it looks like you know what you want.
Exactly. If you don't know what you want, it'll show in the objective. This person has no idea. They just it'll show them like, okay, they just want to be here to make more money. They might well just said that. I just want somebody to take care of me.
To pursue a career with better opportunities so I can take care of my independence.
Exactly. It's like you just want a job to make money. That's all it is.
That's why it's important to understand. It's important to understand your current situation so you can dissect it and internalize it to carry it on to the next thing.
Exactly.
Don't just, it's okay to be in a moment, but think about what's happening right now. Think about the experience you're having so you can add it on to that, whether it's good or bad.
And
so you can improve.
Right. One of the things that we do a bad job at is carrying the actual experience in a positive way to our next phase.
Yeah.
Right.
To our next phase.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to eat the fish and spit out the bones.
Right.
Pull. Damn. Oh, wow. All over the place, man.
Dog, you have to.
Massacre.
You have to learn how to extract what the most key points is. That's called having a critical analysis. Do you know? Because I know Rod get on us all the time about being analytical. He always say that. Do you know?
Can't stand it.
I will analyze everything.
I love y'all though.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to. That's a skill. There was a time in school where they taught us reading.
It's helped me. It's helped me, honestly.
Yeah, reading comprehension was a subject.
Mm-hmm.
It tested your cognitive skill set on how to understand something.
And people miss that. Idea. Reading was a subject, and then reading comprehension was a whole nother subject.
A whole nother subject.
It was a different thing. It had they were in the same realm and operated differently.
Yep.
Because reading comprehension showed you how to look at the main idea of things, to actually look at the point of things, instead of going through inconsequential rhetoric, which absolutely goes nowhere. You make these small points and make them big because you feel a certain way. No, it ain't about how you feel on your resume. Well, I feel like I'm qualified for this job. No, you worked at FedEx, then you worked at McDonald's, then you worked at Burger King, then you worked at UPS, then you worked at Now you want to come to Penske and drive our trucks. When you ain't been driving.
Now you want to work for the government.
You don't even have your car. You don't have your show. Really? You ain't qualified for this. You need to update your resume, update your skill set, update your mindset, update your maturity, update this stuff. You have to do this on your own. This is the reason why you have to have a period of isolation so you can learn yourself and you can discover what it is that you really want. Do you really want to be a wife? Do you really want to be a husband? Do you really want to just date with the intent and then to see how far you want to take this? You have to write it out, because the worst thing to have is a vision that has never been written out. Then what's the objective? What's the plan of action on this? You just gonna date along? You gonna date around forever until you figure out who the person is? You're gonna lottery pick the person? What you gonna do? A draft? You know, you got all these people that you got all these women and men that you know, and you're just going to draft the number one pick, the second pick of the draft, the third pick of the draft. What you going to do? How long are you going to do this? You see what I'm saying?
Violence, Mo.
Update your resume. Anytime you get to a new place, you got to update your resume, because guess what? That person is going to come with a different set of boundaries.
Absolutely.
They have a different set of structure. It's a different structure.
Every company is different.
Every company is
different.
The basis
of the company is the same, but the way they ran is completely different.
Completely different. The last guy you dealt with ain't gonna be like this new dude you talking to.
Right.
So he might be a little bit more mature than the last guy. So you're gonna have to update that. You're gonna have to work on that thing that triggers you when a person asks you a question that might be a little bit uncomfortable. You're gonna have to work on that.
And men, every woman is not going to accept your approach. Every woman is not going to accept pulling out the money and showing it to them. Every woman is not going to accept walking them out. You know what I'm saying? Every woman is not going to accept you walking them outside and showing them your car. You got to level up your way of moving.
Y'all pulling off the hip now.
You carrying a lot of water money with a woman that don't care about money like that.
Don't care nothing about money.
That ain't gonna work. Get your skills up, man. So, hey, man, shout out to the fellas, though. That was
good. Hey, man. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, I kind of like this chilling, man. This feels kind of good. This feels kind of good.
People in the chat, thank you all so much again for watching the Mailroom Show. We got our boys Rollo the Don birthday weekend, and we got my boy JB the Gent. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the fellas real quick. So if you got the Q&As, go ahead and start putting your Q&As in right now. Again, I'm gonna save your questions for later after the third topic, because it's gonna go down today. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have a nice it's gonna be a nice little back and forth in the chats probably. I don't know, but we're gonna see.
Woo.
What time it is? Right? What time is
it? Woo.
It's time.
Oh, it's that time.
Topic.
It's that time. It's that time. It's that time.
Right?
It's that time. Let's go.
Man. Here we go.
There go.
Final topic of the day, man. It's gonna be a good one.
Let's go.
Do women seek praise for their sacrifices / accomplishments more than men? Do women seek praise for their sacrifices or accomplishments more than men? I'll go ahead and start off real quick.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and kick it over to you, Barlow.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
I think that women, um, I think it totally. I think this is a very subjective question. I don't think
Hmm.
this is a
I
general question.
agree.
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
Very subjective
yeah.
question because there are some women who work in a certain area. And when I talk about accomplishments, I'm talking about in certain fields, right? Like certain women work in like white collar area companies that work in a predominantly male oriented space, like a Wall Street or like a uh,
Hmm.
uh, other male dominated industries. I would say, you know what I'm saying. Even if it come
Hmm.
down to like
Hmm.
doing construction work or all that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. I've seen women do construction
Hmm.
work. You know what I'm saying and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So it's a
Yeah.
small percentage, but it is some women that do that. Do they seek praise for their accomplishments and all
Yep.
that? I would think so because that's what it's about. I mean, you want to feel vindicated for your hard work. You want to feel
Hmm.
deserving for it. But do they do it more than men? I don't know. I think men we have that. I think because we have a portion of us that have ego, and we like praise. We like that kind of reciprocation of that. You know what I'm saying? If we do something,
I
we
agree.
sacrifice
Yeah.
something, we accomplish something, and we present that accomplishment to our lady. We
Hmm.
want to seek that. We seek that's us seeking that praise. You know what I'm saying? And men do it not to feel men don't do it because we're trying to have an ego and control you and all that kind of stuff. That's just crap. We're doing it because we trying to let you know that you're good with me.
Hmm.
No, real men.
You're
Real
real men. You're good with me. You rocking with me. I'm gonna keep you safe. I'm gonna keep you protected and provide for you. I'm gonna make sure you're good. I'm gonna let you know what accomplishments I'm doing because I'm trying to level up. And I want to level up with you. You deserve that level up that I'm trying to do. For an example, I watched this movie Tetris on Apple TV. If anybody haven't watched it, please watch it. I gave it 5 claps.
men.
Listen,
Tetris.
Bro.
Tetris was an awesome movie. And in the
Bro.
movie, he was so dedicated to making sure that because he had the license for it and here and there and all that kind of stuff, and he was doing deals with Russia, blah blah blah. And the thing about it was he was doing everything for his family, and
Hmm.
he made sacrifices where he made a couple promises that he couldn't keep for with his daughter because he was trying to give her a better life. Of course, the daughter is not going to understand that because she's young. You know what I'm saying? She just want her daddy there, right? And
Hmm.
that's the innocence of children, you know.
Right.
But he was dedicated and he was hardworking in what it is that he wanted to do for his family. And when he finally got that break, he went through all kind of hell. Y'all got to see this movie. He went through all kind of hell, and when he finally got his break, it seemed like everything just came together, man. And he first thing he did
Hmm.
was he flew back home because he lived in Japan at the time because he was married to a Japanese woman, and he flew back to Japan, and he let his wife know like he had to let her know like, yo baby, this I'm sorry for the sacrifices and the promises that empty promises I made, but this is why I made those, and this
Hmm.
is what happened in the meantime. This is what I was
Hmm.
doing,
Hmm.
and this is to vindicate. It's more vindication. It's not to necessarily validate us because we're going to be, especially when a man is already on his purpose, he's going to continue to be consistent. You ain't got to wake him up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He already
Facts.
up. He ready to rock and roll. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Yeah, we get
Right.
tired and stuff like that too, but for the most part, man, we built different. It is what it is. That's
Hmm.
why we're not equals. You know, that's why we're styled the way we're styled and we're made the way we
Hmm.
made. I don't think women seek praise. I think they seek protection. I think they seek consistency, leadership. Even if, and I'm talking about women who really, I'm talking about women who enjoy men overall. Like you have a good, healthy outlook on what a man is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What a woman
You
is.
gotta
Like
have that first. Yeah.
you gotta have that because this right here,
Yeah.
this question right here, again, it's very subjective. This question would offend a lot of people because they're gonna internalize it and be like, "What do you mean seek praise?
Right.
Yeah, we sacrifice everything. We do." I'm not talking to y'all. I'm sick of y'all cackling about what y'all
Hmm.
sacrifice. Listen, we all make sacrifices. This whole world is built off sacrifices. So let's not go
Hmm.
there. At the end of the day,
Hmm.
I think women seek the fact that okay, yeah, I work, I do my thing. There's some women out here that they just do their thing. They just go ahead and go to work. They come home, they do their thing, they chill. Those who have
Hmm.
kids, they tend to their kids. Those who don't, they live their life, they do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
you know, men, we when we work, we want we want, especially if we're in a relationship with someone, if we're married or we just, in a long-term relationship with someone or we're engaged or whatever the case may be, whatever the status is on it, those men are like, yo, I need to show her that her rocking with me it was the right choice. You know what I'm saying? When I asked you to marry me or when I asked you to be my lady, that was the right choice for me. I want to let you know why it was the right choice for you to say yes to me. That's some level of maturity right there. You know what I'm saying? And that way, it's a reciprocated thing. I don't think women seek the praise that much like that. The ones who do, those are the ones that have the insecurity thing that we talked about earlier, stuff like that, and they need to update their resume. But real women right here that have a good outlook on men, real women that have a good outlook on men, a positive, a balanced outlook on men, a healthy one. Those women, I
Right.
don't think they're trying to seek praise. I think they want. I think they want more of our leadership and more of our protection and our and that kind of thing, opposed to just praise and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's good to. I mean, because they get a lot of praise. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day coming up. I mean, y'all get. I mean, they get hella praise. Every
Yeah,
every
they do.
every reel you look at of a woman just standing there looking goofy with a dress on, she get praised throughout the comment. I mean, the praise is there.
He
Yeah,
said,
she look all goofy and weird. Like, you ever seen those? Man, you seen those little short little videos, dog, where the woman
I've seen it. Yeah,
she just
I've seen it.
there's music in the background. She looking all weird and goofy. She blinking her eyes like 14 times in a row. And it's like, and then all the men are coming like, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you this, you that," and all she doing is for that. That's her praise. That's her getting that praise.
Mm-hmm.
Real women don't care like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I just want a man that's gonna be on his stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna rock with him. You know, I had the loyalty. I'm gonna rock with him. Those women that's like that, that's what's up. Those the other women that's like the other way I talked about, update your resume. You know what I'm saying? But that's my take on it real quick. Rollo,
Right.
I'm throwing
That's
it to you, my
facts.
boy.
Hey man, like I agree. I agree with everything you just said, and that to kind of piggyback off where you were going towards the end. I don't even think it's a question of do women see praise more than men, because I don't necessarily think that's true. I think the issue comes with the women that seek it for the wrong reasons. Like sometimes women seek the
Yeah,
praise and
Gotcha.
accomplishments, and then they correlate it with why something happened to them or why they did something or uh I climbed the corporate ladder. I did this for my man, and I had to leave him because of this or that. But I did all of this and it didn't work out. That's when it gets misconstrued and messed up.
yeah,
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with seeking praise. There's nothing wrong with seeking it. But when what comes behind it is blame and trying to victimize yourself because I did all this, but this happened to me, that doesn't correlate. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because accomplishments should be we all want to achieve things. We all want to, you know, it- we all as humans we love getting that feedback on you did good. This is congratulations on this. You did great on that. Congratulations on moving up. But to use that as fuel to say why you did something that was pretty messed up or to try to victimize yourself in the situation, and that's what I see some women do. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? And then again, I know some men who want praise just for
I've
waking up.
seen men do that shit too.
Yeah, I'm about to say I see men that I know. I've seen men that wake up, or I know some people, some dudes that wake up and want to get patted on their back for just waking up. To me,
Right, right.
that's just called life. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
That's
yeah,
life.
just what it is, man. Yeah.
It's life. You know what I'm saying? You should want to achieve more and more. You should never be just settled with where you at. You know, you can
Mm-hmm.
always achieve a little more. I don't I don't need a pat on my back for doing what I feel I'm supposed to do.
mm-hmm.
You know, I don't need a pat on my back for accomplishing something that I set out to accomplish. I'm not going to put that in nobody's face in no manner, whether I'm using it to say, even though I did this, this messed up stuff happened to me, or even though I did this, now I deserve this. No,
Yeah,
I'm here. How can I get further from here? In a little, how can I get further from now in the next couple months, the next year or so?
yeah.
I think that's the problem because some women use it as trying to justify what they did or using it to victimize themselves in a situation that didn't turn out how they want. And men use it like it's ego. You know what I mean? Men use it for their ego. They use it in a sense because they can't get past themselves. They got to let everybody know what they did. They got to let everybody know what they've achieved. They got to flash it. They got to show it so they can feel good about themselves. Me personally, I'm not with that. I don't need you to know nothing I'm doing. I don't need you to know nothing I've achieved. I don't need you to know nothing. I don't need you to know nothing that I'm aspiring to do. Unless I invite you in and let you roll with me, or I invite you in and let you know what I'm doing because I know you'll just say, "Keep it going, bro." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I got my new car, fellas, when did y'all find out about
When you drove up,
it? When I got my crib, when did y'all find out about it?
When you
you invited me.
So it's like I don't need to I me personally I just think it's about understanding sometimes accomplishments and sacrifices are just life and you don't need to boast about it to take claim over something that's going on. To me, it don't always correlate. And I think that's where the issue goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yo,
man.
right.
And I think the I think the egotistical and the victimization is all bullshit.
Yeah,
Um, and you can pat yourself on the back,
yeah,
especially if it was your goal. See, this is the thing. Like, people want to establish goals for themselves for the essence of people seeing them approach goals. See, that you establishing your goal all wrong. It's supposed to be a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're establishing a goal for yourself and you don't feel good about achieving the goal until you get validation from everybody else,
that's
then
bad.
that's not a personal goal.
Yeah.
That's a group goal. That's a group project. You know what I'm saying? Because you want us to validate the fact that you became the person that you were. That's why I say that egotistical shit and that validation is all bullshit. I think this question, man, and I agree with both of you actually. I think we
Hmm.
all on the same plane with this. I'm gonna go right into agreement and right in the corners what y'all were talking about. I don't think they're doing more than the other. I think people seek praise
Hmm.
when they're self undermined and they need it for validation.
Yep.
Hmm.
When they
Yeah.
self undermine, that don't mean it's anybody undermining them.
Right.
Just like, and I'm gonna step on. I'm trying not to step on toes, but I'm just
Oh yeah,
the
man.
truth is no respecter of person, so it is what it is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for like the woman men discrepancy all the time. Like, well, men are like this and women are, you know what I'm saying, we need our time and all this other stuff. And, people that be in that type of movement and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing, there's nothing governmentally or there's nothing logistically that's putting y'all under us as
Mhm.
far as where we living in the West. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's doing that. It's all self undermining to make you attack what you think is above you.
Mhm.
So what you do is go ahead like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Well, I did this. You start personalizing and internalizing all the achievements and sacrifices you did because you're trying to reach some goal that you self undermine yourself under. That had
Mhm.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
nobody doing it for you.
Right.
That has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great. I think that's the people that seek praise. And the validation people seek praise.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you're living and existing off of validation, there are people that live and exist off of validation itself.
Only,
Only.
only,
You
only.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for the fact that you did it. It's not for the fact that you did it for yourself. It's for the fact that you want everybody else to see that you did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So versus what Rob said, versus what he said, you know what I'm saying? Like when he was like, when did I tell you when I got a new car? You know what I'm saying? I actually, just to be transparent, I actually did that too, bro. I actually did that with Tay.
Yeah.
Tay noticed.
Yeah.
He always bring this up in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tay used to live, you know what I'm saying, with us in the D,
Yeah.
and I rolled up on him, and he was like, "Man, where this car come from?"
Yeah.
I ain't called him the first. I ain't texted him. I ain't told him, and this is back in our young age, just trying to be men and trying to be financially stable and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that giving him this car that I wanted was a financial achievement. We all grown up, we all adults. That's just how it is, right? So I got the car that I finally wanted off of my pocket, right? So I was
Yep.
like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up to Tay crib. He like, what just What is this? I ain't even say nothing. He was all like, "Oh, this is smooth. It's cool. I'm glad you. Congratulations, boy." I was like, "Oh, I appreciate it. This is what it is." But I didn't call him. I'm like, "Guess what, bro? You got me a new whip. You gotta see it.
Right.
Let me tell you, it's like this, it's like that, and the other. Check out the back. Oh, this, you gotta roll with me. I'm picking you up the whole time. Every time we go off from here on out.
I mean,
see, that's
literally. Like literally, I'm like, I knew I got my own car, right?
That's valid.
Right,
That's all they want.
I can move, my guy.
We literally had associates and friends of the past. I gotta be honest. We literally had associates and friends of the past that seek this type of validation, and it didn't really sit with me.
Keep it a Kobe Bean.
And it didn't really sit with me, man. It's like I'm doing this stuff for myself, but you want me to go ahead and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is what." Same with women. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like this, and I'm not like that, and I work this type of job, and all that. Okay, cool. That's fine for yourself.
Yeah.
Why are you running this down to me all the time? Because you're self-undermining.
Yeah.
And you're seeking validation to exist. And I don't praise those people, man. I don't roll with people like that, man.
Yeah.
People that seek validation to exist, they have no other reason to exist. They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason I say that. So if your crowd is not there, what else you got? All you got is yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
If you can't flourish in being popular, then what else you got?
yeah.
You don't have nothing else.
Yeah.
That's why I said you don't have no other reason to exist. They say it to themselves, but the moment they elevate again, oh, look what I did. Look what I got. You know what I mean? I think it's for those people. I don't think it's necessarily for men and women. I think grown men, and grown women seek, you know what I'm saying? I think men seek praise because we was always imposed with the fact to be men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we needed to be men. You need to grow up. You need to do your thing. You need to take care of yourself. You get a kid. You need to take care of it. Yeah. You need to do this. You need to do that. We heard this. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know about y'all, bro. I'm going to speak for myself. Yeah. I've learned that. I've heard that all my life. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole praise thing, when I finally got to it was a moment of time in my adolescence. It was a moment of time in my adolescence that I was like, hey, watch me do this. They like, okay, nigga, that's what you were supposed to do. Keep going. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got a car now. Yeah. You got a good job. That's what you're supposed to do, nigga.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You don't get
to care. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
that's the older people talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just what that was. So it's like, I grew up in that era, so I had the imposition to be a man. You know what I'm saying? It's rarely, and I hate saying this, it's rarely instances where there's imposition to be women. So I don't think the imposition is like that. You know what I'm saying? The imposition is more on men because of the way society is built. Like, you should be this, you should be that, you should be this like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like that. I'm not trying to make that debate. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, even in that, though, this is my point. Even in that, I don't seek praise because these was all individual goals that I wanted for myself. Likewise, women, it's the individual goals they make for themselves. So grown women that make achievements, they like, hey, I know. I already celebrated myself. You see what I'm saying? I know. That's what's up. Thank you for telling. That's what I appreciate it. But they're already cool.
Hey Jay, does that validation maybe come from struggles early in life? So like when you finally get somewhere, you just have to let people know. Because to me it's like it's like, bam, like look, you thought I couldn't do this, so bam, I'm gonna do it. But like, why you gotta prove it? And 9 times out of 10, you don't even communicate with the people who felt you couldn't do nothing no more. And even if you do, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you do, obviously, you at that point you shouldn't care about their opinion. So is it just past struggles? Is it maybe not believing within yourself you was gonna be able to do something? Because I don't get having to prove anything to nobody.
That's true. Okay.
Like I don't get my motivation. Well, not necessarily motivation, but I don't get the urge to constantly push accomplishments and everything in the air and let it be known to each and every one every single time.
You're right.
You
Same sex or opposite sex.
Right.
I feel you.
But
I
think it's because of that because that's their shadow. That's the shadow of the person. That's the part of you that you struggle with. You struggle with confidence, assertion. You struggle with confidence. Struggle with having competence. You have these insecurities. So, in order for you to feel validated, what you do is you have to go out, be competitive, and accomplish things. And then those things become your identity. But without those things, you don't have an identity. You don't have a personality. You don't have any type of foundation as a person, as an individual. So that's
Yeah, it's like
that's a person that's
right.
internalizing their shadow and projecting it out to
Ooh,
everyone else.
facts. I
I don't
agree with
have
that.
yeah, and I don't I
It's like
don't
an
I don't
asshole with money.
I don't
Right.
yeah I don't have any
Become
issue
more
with going.
asshole.
I don't have yeah I don't have any issue with anybody being motivated to go out and do what they got to do. Whatever your motivation is, that's great. But to
Yeah.
me, it causes an imbalance when you get somewhere and then your humility doesn't take over. Like
Right.
that's what to me will cause an imbalance within yourself, your mind, your soul, your spirit.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying. Because to me, that takes away from energy to keep going.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm talking about.
because you got to stop for a second. Let me let everybody know. Let me let everybody know.
Yeah. I did
Let
this.
everybody
Right.
know.
Did that.
And
Right.
not you
Yeah.
know, you good?
Yeah.
Y'all know? Y'all good? Y'all know?
Yeah.
Everybody know? All right, now I can move.
That's
It just
crazy.
to
I remember
me,
doing
it
that.
just causes an imbalance to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Some people
mean?
are hard to let it go, man. They have to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? This is why the praise part of this question is so indicative to the insecurity of the person.
Yeah. It
They
is.
only
Yeah. I
speaking the
agree with that.
praise because of the insecurity. That's those that are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Those that are not doing that is because some people just love to do what they do. Some people just do what they do because it's a part of life. They know that this is what life is about. It ain't about
Mm-hmm.
trying to showcase what your accomplishments are and all that kind of stuff. It's not about that all the time. It's about the fact that hey, I'm living my life, I'm doing my thing, and especially if you're going from, especially when this comes to relationships, dude. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way in the world you can brag about about the sacrifices you made if they don't make sense to the outcome
Mm.
that you
Mm-hmm.
wanted. I made sacrifices for this man, and all he did was sit around the house all day. And then you be like, so do you want to be? Do you want to have a husband? Do you want to be married one day? Yeah, I want to be married one day. That's the outcome you want? Yeah, that's the outcome I want. Do you realize that you chose a person that didn't want the same outcome as you? Now you want to seek validation for your sacrifices? No, you made bad choices.
Right.
You didn't sacrifice anything. You made
Hey.
bad choices. You did a routine. You did what you normally would do in any other situation because you want to force feed yourself an accomplishment. I got a man
Mm-hmm.
or I got a woman now, so I could get. Ain't nothing like going to the cookout. You see that one cousin that always got a different chick every year he comes to the cookout.
Mm-hmm.
See, you know,
Oh, he the
he
one that
don't.
need
Yeah, he
validation for
the one
sure.
that need the validation. So what you think, cuz?
Oh, you
What
see,
you think,
Shorty?
cuz? You swear?
Yeah, yeah,
What you
yeah,
think, cuz?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been hurting
Hey,
I've been
hey,
hurting You ain't see Shorty? You see Shorty? Yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
my
have been
boy. You
hurting
know what I'm saying? Hey,
What's up? You talking about the other chick? No,
yeah,
no,
nah,
no,
yeah.
no. But you see real Shorty
I
go,
hit a look. I hit a
yeah,
look on this
yeah,
one. I hit a
yeah.
look on this one, dog. You know what I'm saying? I hit a look on this one. That's
That's
my boy,
wild.
cuz. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's just
wild.
it's ridiculous, man. So I think that I agree with you guys too, man. You know, just to bring it all together, I agree with you guys too, man. That this is a subjective question, but it's a fair question to ask because it's a question of reflection as well. Like, are you the type of person to seek praise because you sacrifice something or you accomplish something? You know what I'm saying? If you do, then why? And let that and find out where that takes you and where that comes from because
Mm-hmm.
everything comes from a place.
Hmm.
Everything has
Mm-hmm.
a root cause to it. And everything comes from a place. And once you
Mm-hmm.
find out where that comes from, you might find out a little bit more about yourself than you did before. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
you go ahead and update that resume we was talking about. You
Right.
know,
And men and
Hope you
women,
don't
men.
wait too late.
Don't wait too late. And
they don't.
again, men and women, we both seek it. We both want it. But
Mhm,
to me it's about the why you need it, why you're doing it.
mhm.
Is there a motive? Is there a motive behind it outside of just your own self validation? You know
Right,
what I mean? You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think women do it more than men because
Mhm.
I think men do it too. But to me, it's just about the reasoning behind it, the validation behind
Absolutely.
Hey, you gonna reap what you sow, man.
Yeah,
So you're gonna definitely reap what you sow at the end of the day,
that's right.
man. Like, cause those people that seek validation end up to be alone.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Those people that want to run the whole relationship end up to get a simp.
Facts.
You get what you just
Mhm.
you reap what you sow,
And you
man.
try to hold
So
on for dear life
hopefully
until you
sooner
can't
than
hold on
later you'll
anymore.
understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it
Better
is.
be specific in your prayers, people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, man,
Absolutely.
that was a great topic, dog. Great topic, man. Shout out to the fellas.
Hey,
For the
shut
people topic, man. Let me know
up.
what y'all think in the chat, man. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. The chat real quiet today, man. I don't know what we
Damn, what was we
we
talking
walking
like
on.
that though? What was it?
We
When we
walking on.
talking
Must have
like
been hitting
that,
some.
like
We walking on some foots.
hey, real quick. Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Now, today I messed up. I don't know because I'm still kind of turned up for my birthday weekend, but I did not put my Instagram tag on here. So the name Rob has been in that little corner all day, and I still have people calling me Rod today. I don't know what's going on, but it's okay. It's okay though.
Hey man,
It's
it is
okay.
what it is.
I messed up and forgot to put my Instagram tag, but I still love y'all.
Hey, some people watching on their phone, man. That's small print. That's small print.
Small
Okay.
print. Yo, man, it's
Some
time
people
for
are. That's
right.
small print.
And man, some people need their reading glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we love all our mail carriers, man, and everybody that's watching the live right
For
now,
sure.
man.
For
We
sure.
love y'all.
Yo, man, we thank you all so much for watching the show, man. Hey, yo, listen,
I just noticed. I was looking at the how the hell, but
it's time for the Q&A portion of the show, man. If you want a Q&A, if you got a question, if you got something that you want to ask us, ask the panel, please go ahead and join in by adding your question in the chat, or go ahead and hop on in this fire, like the brother
hop on in this fire.
with the link that's pinned to the chat. But while you're doing that, yo, I want to say something real quick about what we got going on in the mailroom. First of
Yes,
all,
sir.
please follow us on IG. We got an IG account. It's Mailroom View. You know what I'm saying? At Mailroom View. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It's on the follow. I'm saying make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this channel, man. Share it with your friends, your family, your peoples, whatever. You know what I'm
Hip
saying?
hop.
If you want to do a group thing at your house and you want to look at the mailroom show at the house, you know what I'm saying, and you want to sip some beers and drink some whiskey, whatever you want to do, make sure you watch us every Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Mailroom Network, dog. And hit us on Facebook page, Mailroom View,
Where did
facebook.com/Mailroom
that?
View.
Where did that
Follow
come from?
me.
And you can
Where
go
did
ahead and be a part of the Mailroom family. You feel what I'm saying? If you have any
Sip
type of
some
content you want us
birds.
to look at, or any type of content you
Sip
want us
some
to go
whiskey.
over, please go ahead and hit us up at the mailroom 313 at yahoo.com. I'm gonna still do my thing. I'm gonna still moderate, even though they're trying to make me laugh. I ain't gonna fall for it. I ain't gonna fall for it. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me to act stupid, but I ain't gonna act stupid because I'm moderating today. I got a different hat on. I
They
got a
used to call
different
me
hat on.
crazy, John.
Feel
Now
me?
they call me Batman.
I'm trying to moderate. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to moderate. So you guys hit the link real quick. We got a Q&A, man. Well, also, I want to announce this as well that we do have the mailroom after dark coming up soon.
Yes, let's go.
Coming up
Tell
soon.
them,
Coming up
hey,
soon. Yeah. Can
hey,
I, so
tell them,
so this is
tell them about the gun line,
can I
boss.
tell them about the gun
Tell
line?
them about the gun. Tell them about the gun
Tell them
line,
about
boss.
the.
So we gonna
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
so definitely we have the mailroom after dark is gonna be popping. All right, it's gonna be popping. Um, it's gonna be May the 12th, right? That's the Friday after Cinco de Mayo. You know, Cinco de Mayo is May
Yep.
5th. May the 12th, we starting at 8
That's
o'clock.
before Mother's Day.
That's before Mother's Day. So on Sunday, we will not have a show on Sunday because that's Mother's Day,
Right.
right? Everybody gonna spend time with their moms. You
Yeah,
know what
feel
I'm
that.
saying? But this is going to be a show where we're going to do before Mother's Day. It is Mailroom After Dark. It starts at 8 o'clock in the evening. All right. It's
Let
8
go.
o'clock until, and it's open panel. All right. It's open to the panel. We're going to have some topics. We're going to have some things. But if you have any type of topic that you want to go over, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of good stuff, hey, be sure to email us. The email address is right here on the ticker. So go ahead and email us and let us know what topics you would like to go over or what type of video you may came across. We can react to it, whatever the case may be. All right. We're gonna have some content regardless, but We would love to hear what our viewers have to say, what our family got to say, what the mail carriers got to say. They've been carrying this for a long time. We got some great supporters, man.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Since day
Yeah, we
one,
got
season one,
some
since the
emails too,
pilot
man.
show
Like, I love it.
of season one, and we have. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I took a look at some of our old stuff and what we got going on now, and the progression is always this way.
Yes, sir.
It's always on the incline, dog. So I appreciate the support for the mail
Yeah.
carrier. Y'all got
That
anything
way.
else? Yeah, y'all.
Hey, we
I
good.
just want to.
All right, we on.
I just want to say.
We good. We go.
I just want
Hey.
to say. Shut up.
Hey.
All right. I just want to say. The Mailroom After Dark show last season. It was so much fun. We got so much great feedback. We had some awesome.
Yeah.
We had some awesome people on the panel, and the Mailroom After Dark show is really for us just to kick it with y'all, man. Just to hang out. Y'all kind of see us a little unfiltered, and it's just fun. If we don't go live, it's just us in our platform, just kind of kicking it, talking, being real with each other, and y'all kind of get to know the boys of the Mailroom a little bit better, man. The men of the Mailroom a little bit better. Y'all get to know us and kick it with us. So please, man, tap in May 12th, the Mailroom After Dark.
This is one of the things that we've done where if you don't go on Q&A, like you didn't do today, you can always hit the Mailroom After Dark, and the panel is always open. You can chime in on whatever we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So what you got, Jay?
So get your baby hairs laid. Hey, get your baby hairs laid. Get your weave done.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That we gonna need y'all.
I'm serious.
We gonna need y'all. Get your hair cut. I don't know if you low cut like me, but just get your stuff done. Cause that's the first thing I hear, bro. No, that's the first thing I hear. My hair ain't done.
Yeah, I can't come on camera.
Get your hair done.
Right. And remember, we're not.
There it is.
There it is. There you go. And remember, again, to add to what Jay said, again, that show is not live. This is us kicking it in our platform. But I understand y'all want to make us. Y'all want to make yourselves presentable.
Who
said it wasn't live?
It is live. It's live exclusively on YouTube.
It is live, bro. What you talking
about? Did we go live with that last year? I'm drunk.
This is why I'm moderate.
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
You don't
My bad. My bad. I'm drunk.
And I'm like,
you're right. I'm done. I'm good. I'm done. My bad. So we all live. So I just said, get your hair did.
Right. Okay.
I'm done.
Trust me on this one. That's why you gotta have good friends, y'all.
You know what's funny? This is why you had a good friend. But you know what's funny? You said the exact shit last year.
I did. And
you
we
said
went live.
The exact same thing last year. We went live last year.
Because I thought we talked about it not being live.
Anyway,
get your shit together. Put it in the bag.
Get it all together.
Wrap it up. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Sell it at a good shit store.
Confirmation right there.
Salvation Bar. Get your shit. Wherever your shit is. Gather it.
Yeah. So anyway, people, your shit. As I was saying.
All right, I'm done.
2023.
I'm done.
At 8:00, open panel. We're going live exclusively on our YouTube channel, the Mailroom Network, which is what you're watching right now. And please invite your friends, invite your peoples to watch it. And if you're going to join the panel, please join the panel. And we are open to discussion about what it is that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be hot. It's going to be fire, just like it was last season. It's going to be love. In the meantime, happy birthday to my boy Rollo.
Happy birthday, Rollo.
Hey, I'm lit. I'm lit.
Happy birthday, sir.
I appreciate y'all, but hey,
we out of here.
Great. We love y'all, man. Peace.
Thank you so much for watching the Mailroom Show. It was a great show, by the way.
Great show. Man,
we out.
I need some more participation next time.
Yes, sir.
I need some more participation, mail carriers, next time.
A little bit, but let's go. We love y'all, man.